A's Extra.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Almost time for game 28 of the Cape League season. Chatham hosts Brewster tonight at Veterans Field, and it's time once again for the Manager's Show with the Chatham skipper Dennis Cook. I'm Jake Klein. Dennis, you fall last night 8-1 to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. What were your takeaways?
Didn't pitch good at all. We gave up 3 hits and gave up 8 runs between the walks and hit batsmen. Just was a sloppy pitched game, 3 errors, too many errors. Didn't play good defense, didn't pitch. Not going to win many games like that.
Also, just the 1 run on the Daniel Jackson solo shot. What's the difference from that game versus the prior night in Orleans when you went for 8?
That's a good question. We just didn't hit the ball yesterday. I think they walked us twice, so that's part of the difference. They pitched a lot better than we did. Just didn't hit. I mean, sometimes there's no explanation. They just didn't hit.
It seems like there's been nights where the offense has been contagious and others where it's been almost none to speak of. Are there any observations you've made between the differences in those 2 types of games you've had?
No, I mean, sometimes you can attribute it to really good pitching, but I thought their pitching was okay last night. The kid mixed well, but I just thought we were going through the motions a little bit last night.
Chatting with Dennis Cook before the A's take on the Brewster Whitecaps at Veterans Field. Dennis, you go to Duke Stone tonight. He makes his 2nd Cape League start after he went 5 innings and allowed 1 hit last time out. What do you expect from him tonight?
Hopefully Duke will build on his good start last time at YD and get deep into the game like he did last time and just throw a lot of strikes and keep us competitive and give us a chance to win the game.
What stands out about him as a pitcher?
Duke has gotten better since he's been here. He's worked hard. He's waited for his opportunity. He's got his opportunity, and now he's kicking the door in. So I'm just really excited for him, and a lot of strikes, and just I'm excited to watch him work tonight.
What are some of the things you and Jay Powell have worked with Duke on?
Jay's the one that's been working with Duke, so you'd have to ask Jay.
You've made a couple of roster moves in the last couple of days. You add Christopher Langley to the roster, right-hander from Tyler Junior College. How'd you go about adding him to the team?
He's one of Doe's boys, and Doe says he can pitch. He's a fastball, breaking ball kid, and he'll compete. So he throws strikes, and that's all we're looking for.
What does the process look like between you and the other coaches trying to sort out who might be coming in the coming days?
Yeah, we just, we get on the phones and we start calling and sending texts and try to find players. It becomes more of an administrative job than a baseball job, and I'm not real sure that's what this league's supposed to be about. We're supposed to be able to coach these kids and make them better. I feel like for the most part we're spending more time on the telephone trying to get players in here. So hopefully the league can figure out something with that and make it where we can coach baseball and not have to get on the phone all day.
How would you assess the state of the Cape Cod Baseball League now versus what you may have heard about in years or decades past?
Well, I think that the kids are obviously different. They're all leaving, which is not a good thing because when a kid makes a commitment, we as grown-ups should make them honor a commitment. And because once you start walking out on commitments, it's the first time you do it, the second time is even easier. And, these guys they show up, and then they'll show up one day at the ballpark and say, hey, I'm leaving. And it's just, to me, it's disrespectful, and it's not the way you should handle your business.
How do you prevent a kid from making a decision that way?
Well, we tried to draft our team where, kids with low innings, pitching-wise, low innings, and, keep our position players to a minimal so they're playing every day. And, we got guys leaving that have 20 innings on the year, which whoever's telling them, giving them that advice is giving them poor advice. And if it's an agent, they should fire their agent.
If you were to do it over again, would you do it the same way, building the roster?
Yeah, I think that's really the only way you can build it, because you can't bring kids in here with 40 innings and expect them, or 50 or 60 innings and expect them to stay all summer. So you have to get the kids, what you got to get? You got to get kids that really want to come in here and work and get better and play baseball, not miss their girlfriend and decide they want to go to the beach at the end of July.
So how do you find those players?
You just got to put your nose down and start working hard, and do a little more research on the kids and talk to the coaches, and find out where they played the previous summer. Did they run out in the middle of July, or did they stay to the end? And pick those kind of kids.
There's Dennis Cook on the Manager's Show. Chatham and Brewster coming up in just a couple of moments. Dennis, thank you for the time.
Thank you.